Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here. Of course, Jobu's over at the Sports Desk. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, this just would not work. Now, I'm actually home now. It's hump day, and I am over the hump. Tomorrow's already Thursday, next day Friday, and we have football on Saturday and Sunday. God, isn't it great to be a football fan at this time of year? Now, here's the deal. There seems to be a lot of confusion out there on what the Dallas Cowboys have to have happen in order to make the playoffs. It's not going to be easy. I will give you that. The odds maker are saying that it's a 9.8% chance, but I actually believe we have a good shot. I know I sound crazy, but what do you expect from a guy that goes around the country with a voodoo doll? A little bit nuts. But here, I'm going to tell you exactly how I think the Cowboys are going to be able to do it. So first, let's figure out what has to happen. First and foremost, the Cowboys have to win 3 games in a row. We take on the Raiders, who've been a disappointment this year. Derek Carr is not the Derek Carr of last year, and this will be the last game without Zeke Elliott. Then Seattle comes to our house, where we haven't exactly done really well at home, but we will have the boost of having Zeke Elliott coming back, and that could be a big emotional lift. When you put in there with Alfred Morris as well as Rod Smith, we could literally just run people into the ground. So we've got a good shot at that one. And then finally, we take on the Eagles. The Eagles without Carson Wentz, who may have nothing to play for and may be resting people. We first take care of those 3 things. That'll get us to 10-6, which is what I actually predicted in the beginning of the season. Now, here's the problem. We need the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons, one or the other, to lose 2 games. We also need to hope that the Lions and the Packers each lose a game. If we end up winning all of our games and those things happen, we're in. So basically, we need the Packers and Lions to lose 1, and we need the Falcons or the Panthers to lose 2. Bottom line. Now, here's the bad news. I don't think that the Panthers are going to lose 2. They play the Packers this weekend, they play Tampa Bay, and then they play the Falcons. I'm not sure that they're going to lose to Green Bay, both of those games. I just don't. I'm sorry. I don't believe that they're going to lose to Green Bay, and I don't believe they're going to lose to Tampa. So they may go ahead and take care of the Falcons, but I just don't see them. So I think our best chance is to pass the Falcons. Now, here's the good news. What most people aren't really talking about here is the playoff picture is like a circular firing squad. And by that I mean everybody's playing everybody. We've got Atlanta playing the Panthers. So automatically, one of those 2 teams are going to lose a game. Also, Atlanta has to play in New Orleans against the Saints. I'm not sure that that will happen, so maybe that's our in there. The Panthers, of course, like I said, they play Green Bay, which has Aaron Rodgers. It's possible Aaron Rodgers could win that one. That is a possibility, but I'm betting on the Panthers on that one. Then they play Tampa Bay. I don't see them losing that, and then, of course, they play the Falcons. Now, the other good news is the Packers and the Lions both play each other, which means automatically one of those 2 teams we don't have to worry about. They're going to knock each other out. And I believe that there's a good chance because the Packers still have to play the Panthers, the Vikings, and the Lions. Do you really think they're going to win all of those? I don't think that they are. So I'm looking at thinking that the Packers, they're going to be out of it. The Lions, I think they've got a good shot to go ahead and beat the Bears and the Bengals, as well as the Packers. It just depends on Aaron Rodgers. That's the one I am really worried about more than anything else, is that the Lions sneak ahead of us. Seattle, of course, it doesn't matter what they do as long as we win the last 3. The Panthers, like I said, they're playing the Packers, so either they're going to knock the Packers out or they're going to be in a worse position. So one way or the other, all of a sudden, we know that some of these teams are going to lose games. We know that we have a shot. So it's not quite as daunting as everybody tells you. So hope for guys, the circular firing squad knocks everybody out, we take care of business, and we sneak into the playoffs on a high note. So we'll see what happens, but that's about the easiest thing that I can tell you. That's about the best news that I can give you as far as the playoff front goes. So we'll have to just wait and see what happens. So as always, friends, I'm Mark Holmes, and Jobu, well, he's over the sports desk, and we will see you guys soon. Kurt Warner, hello. Jobu, the Jobu Report.
Jobu, what's up, Jobu?
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Good.
Thoughts on who you think is going to win the Super Bowl?
I haven't made my pick yet. I think it's going to be a great game. I think we got the two best teams in the Super Bowl, but I still have a little time before I got to make my pick, so I'm not sure yet.
You heard it live from Kurt Warner. Thank you very much.